Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see a man back for a 16th NFL season. Eli Manning and the New York Football Giants as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they come in wondering what on earth is going on here as they sit in last place at 0-7.
And it's really difficult to report to work every day with that type of a losing streak looming over you. How do you break out of it? And you're looking at each other to try and figure it out.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. 38-year-old Eli Manning heading out to lead the Giants. Look at the numbers, show how good Eli has been over the years. 7th all-time in passing yards, 8th in touchdowns, 7 4,000-yard seasons, including last year. And he's looking to make one last run before the sun sets on his Hall of Fame career.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. 4 down.
Throwing on first down is Manning. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on second down, Manning. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
We play to win.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
We got 4.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Melvin in on the stop. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
Looking to throw on second down. Manning. That's complete to Gallman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Nate Solder, the left tackle. He's the culprit. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Manning. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That's on the veteran Nate Solder. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun now for Manning. And he fires one, but incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a fourth down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
On first down, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down. And we look now at the Lions offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
A good pickup. They get 8, but it's third down now.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So first and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got Amendola on the connection. Give him a couple on the catch in 2nd and 8. And the defense for New York.
In a league where the vast majority of guys play hard on every snap, Marcus Golden stands out for me because I've seen this guy play with so much passion and came out of college as a defensive end. They talked about making him an outside linebacker, but they figured out his strength, putting his hand on the ground, rushing the passer with a lot of force and a lot of will.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds Riddick, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
Defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Pass from Stafford, caught by Amendola. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The completion to Riddick. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Now Manning finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Working from the gun, Manning. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for... And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they got to find a way to get it back together.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Manning.
A'Shawn Robinson.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 16 carries, 83 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's another.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. On second down, Johnson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Time to roll through the starters defensively for Detroit. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And the mantra of this unit, get to the football. Fly to the ball carrier. And you know how you can tell that they do it really well? At the end of each play, when you click off the frame, count the number of guys that are around the ball carrier. It's always 7, 8, 9 guys. They get to them each and every play.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. And this one's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 31, Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
New York set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
He lost 6 there on the first down play. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort, and you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Jones has it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Manning. Finds his tight end Ingram. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Throwing is Manning. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Manning now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The linebacker Christian Jones there to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd and 7, Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard.
Manning's pass
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Barkley.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Gallman. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. From the gun, it's Manning. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Giants 7.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Stafford now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Stafford. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Throwing on first down is Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Manning, and that'll be incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. On third down, Manning.
The touch and time here critical for those.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on fourth down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Rosas puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Intended for Jesse James.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Manning. And Ingram holds it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Defense.
They stopped them shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So that'll back him up 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Devon Kennard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Galladay, complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They go to Johnson again. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's Will Hernandez, former second rounder out of UTEP.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Shotgun now for Manning. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The tackle by Jalaki Tabai. A gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning to Shepard, complete over the middle. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy. 4 in the game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Stafford. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Personal foul.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. And what everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football. We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On first down, Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And Justin Coleman brings him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. That's complete left side to Shepard. The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now a play fake. Manning, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Jones with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Jesse James. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Manning now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Manning's throw complete to Tate, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First down, New York.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Even. 4 down.
On first down, Manning. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. This is Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Giants first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Gallman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is going to be 3rd and 13. That one caught by Ellison. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Stafford. James has got it, complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Gallman will run it. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Manning. And he fires one incomplete. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Fighting through, and he's got space. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now it's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And it's caught here. Amendola. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Giants, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.